You're not lazy. Your body is running on empty. Did you know that nutritional deficiencies could be stealing your drive and motivation? Have you ever felt like no matter how much you want to be productive, you just can't? You're dragging yourself through the day, struggling to focus, feeling exhausted, unmotivated, or even a little hopeless. And then the worst part, you start blaming yourself, saying to yourself, maybe I'm just lazy. Why can't I just push through like other people? I should be doing more. But what if I told you, it's not a personality flaw? What if the real reason behind your lack of motivation is hidden in your body's biochemistry? Your mitochondria, your energy factories, might be running on empty. Your brain might be starving for neurotransmitters. Your stress hormones might be completely out of balance. And this isn't just theory, it's backed by actual science. For many of us, there's a biochemical root of laziness. It's not your fault. Most of us think of motivation as a mental or emotional thing. We assume that if we lack drive, it's because we're not disciplined enough, not passionate enough, or we just don't want it badly enough. But drive, focus, and motivation are actually controlled by your biology, specifically by neurotransmitters dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, mitochondria where cellular energy is produced, and hormones and stress response. If any of these systems are nutritionally depleted, your motivation takes a hit, no matter how badly you want to succeed. Now let's look at how nutritional deficiencies are draining your drive in more detail. Signs that you have low norepinephrine and dopamine. The motivation chemicals include waking up tired and hitting snooze multiple times, struggling to focus on tasks, not feeling excited about things you used to enjoy, and feeling overwhelmed by even small tasks. So what's happening? Dopamine and norepinephrine are the brain's get-up-and-go chemicals. They make you feel driven, focused, and motivated to take action. But if you have a nutrient deficiency from gut dysbiosis, candida, or poor nutritional intake, you may end up with low vanillomandelic acid VMA, which means your body isn't producing or metabolizing enough norepinephrine and epinephrine. Norepinephrine is responsible for wakefulness, focus, and action. Dopamine is responsible for drive, reward, and goal setting. When these are low, your brain literally doesn't have the fuel to care about things. It's not laziness. It's a neurotransmitter issue. Nutrient deficiencies that contribute to this low motivation chemicals include low vitamin B6, which is needed to make dopamine and norepinephrine. Low vitamin B2 and B3, which is essential for neurotransmitter metabolism. Low magnesium, which affects dopamine function and stress response. Low iron and tyrosine, which are the raw materials for dopamine production. To fix this, you should aim to increase protein-rich foods such as chicken, turkey, beef, as they contain tyrosine, which is the dopamine precursor. Take a high-quality B complex, especially B6, B2, and B3. Support mitochondria with CoQ10, acetyl-L-carnitine, and magnesium. Lacking in drive is due to mitochondrial dysfunction, which results in no energy and no motivation. Mitochondrial dysfunction is usually characterized by feeling physically exhausted all the time. Even after sleeping, you wake up feeling drained, needing caffeine, sugar, or stimulants just to function. So, what's happening? Your mitochondria are supposed to take food and oxygen and turn them into ATP. Stands for adenosine triphosphate. This process is known as the Krebs cycle, also called the citric acid cycle. The Krebs cycle is a key metabolic process in your mitochondria that converts food into ATP energy by breaking down fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. ATP is the primary energy currency of your body, kind of like a rechargeable battery that powers every single cell. Your mitochondria produce ATP from the food you eat, such as carbs, fats, and proteins, and your body uses it for everything including muscle movement, walking, exercising, even blinking. Brain functions such as thinking, focus, motivation, cell repair and regeneration, and metabolism and digestion. When ATP levels are low, due to mitochondrial dysfunction, nutrient deficiencies, or oxidative stress, you feel fatigued, mentally foggy, unmotivated, or even weak. That's why fixing mitochondrial health is so important for energy and drive. If, for example, you have a Krebs cycle that is sluggish, this can be a huge indicator that you're suffering from mitochondrial dysfunction. If you have been feeling not like yourself for a while and can't seem to get any answers, there is a gold standard test known as the organic acid test O(T), which measures metabolic markers in urine to assess nutrient deficiencies. gut health, mitochondrial function, neurotransmitter levels, and detoxification capacity. Most physicians will never prescribe you this test. Instead, most will give you a band-aid to treat the symptoms rather than investigate the root cause of your issue. This is why being proactive about your health and exploring the option of working with functional medicine doctors and practitioners will help you can get back to yourself and back to living your life to the fullest quicker, because functional medicine practitioners take a holistic approach to your health and investigate the root cause of your health problem. More to come on that later. But back to mitochondria. If mitochondria can't efficiently make ATP energy, you'll feel like a phone stuck at 1% battery mode. You might feel mentally exhausted before you even start your day. You may get exercise intolerance, fatigue, sore muscles, slow recovery. When your mitochondria are weak, your motivation crashes because your body literally doesn't have the fuel to move. Nutrient deficiencies that contribute to this include low vitamin B1, B2, B3 to fuel the Krebs cycle, low CoQ10 and magnesium, which is essential for ATP production, low carnitine, which is needed to burn fat for energy. So how do you go about fixing this? Support the Krebs cycle by taking a B-complex, CoQ10, magnesium, and carnitine supplement. Eating more healthy fats such as avocados, eggs, nuts, olive oil, which are fuel for mitochondria. Try intermittent fasting, which helps mitochondria regenerate. Thirdly, if you are suffering from high oxidative stress, this usually leads to brain fog and low motivation. If you feel mentally slow, forget things, can't concentrate, emotionally numb or disconnected, or you procrastinate because your brain feels too foggy to start, these are big indicators that you're suffering from high oxidative stress. So, what's happening? If you are low on certain nutrients such as NAC and acetylcysteine, this means your body is low in glutathione, the master antioxidant that protects your brain from inflammation and toxins. When glutathione is low, oxidative stress damages brain cells and neurotransmitters. Candida and gut dysbiosis can also deplete NAC, making things worse. Brain fog, procrastination, and low mental energy aren't a mindset problem. They're a sign your brain is inflamed. Nutrient deficiencies that contribute to this include low NAC and glutathione, which means your brain can't detox properly. Low vitamin C and selenium, which your body needs to make glutathione. Low omega-3 South DHA, which is needed for brain function. To fix this, you should firstly determine if you are lacking in vital nutrients by working with a functional medicine practitioner, who will usually recommend you undergo a test such as the organic acid test to determine deficiencies, potential dysfunction, and dysbiosis markers. You should also consider taking NAC supplements and glutathione to detox your brain. Increase omega-3 intake found in fish, flax seeds, and walnuts. Reduce inflammatory foods such as processed sugars, seed oils, and gluten. Remember, you're not lazy, you're most likely nutritionally depleted. The next time you feel like you should be more motivated, ask yourself, am I actually lazy, or is my brain running on empty? And motivated in the past, and this seems unusual for me. Is my body struggling to produce energy, neurotransmitters, and focus? Because here's the truth. If your mitochondria don't have fuel, if your dopamine and norepinephrine are low, you'll struggle to focus. If your brain is inflamed, you'll feel disconnected and unmotivated. By fixing your underlying nutritional problem, you will fix your motivation and transform your life. This isn't about willpower, it's about giving your body the right tools to function at its best. If this resonated, if you've ever felt lazy but now realize it might be a biochemical issue, drop a comment below and share this with someone who needs to hear this. You never know who's struggling and just needs the right knowledge to change their life. Subscribe for more science-backed ways to optimize your health, energy, and mindset.